Good morning. Here it is, December 28th, I think, maybe 29th. Um, and this is one of my favorite times of the year when you get to the time between Christmas and New Year's when you can put all the Christmas stuff away and get all your things back to normal. And being a Virgo, I really love and enjoy getting organized and all the time. So anyway, it's one of my favorite times. Then you can start the new year fresh. Today, I want to share an experience I had a couple weeks ago. I was at a Tai Chi class out in a park in a little town nearby here. And so we did the class and everything. And then when it was over, the instructor and I sat down to just on the bench and just to chat, and because we're really good friends. And this woman came over to us. She had a really, really thick Arabic accent, really she could speak English, but it was really broken. It was hard for her to explain what was going on. And then and she had this precious little, I think maybe a 3 or 4 year old little girl with these gorgeous, really deep brown eyes, and just absolutely beautiful. And smiling. You know how kids, when the parents are all traumatized and all upset about something, the kids just are having a great time, playing. They don't have any idea that there's a problem. And so anyway, so pretty soon the husband comes by holding their 3 or 4 month old baby, and turns out they're homeless, and they were asking if we knew of any organizations that could maybe help, or where they could get some help, or they're trying to find a place to live, but renting is just absolutely ridiculous, the prices of what it is. So it's real hard for somebody especially somebody who doesn't have any money. So anyway, they did have a cell phone, which was good. And my friend had her cell phone. Mine was in the car, so she had got hers, and she got their phone number. And then she said she was going to go get on Nextdoor. It's an app where you just post things, and other people in your neighborhood will answer any questions that you have. So she was going to post ask if anybody knew of any resources for homeless people. But the point I wanted to make here is that I really didn't like my reaction of what to do when you actually have this homeless family right there, one-to-one. What are you going to do? And I didn't like my reaction. I didn't want to get involved, and I was really glad my friend had her phone, and then she was going to get involved. But it's not like I never get involved. People who know me know I get involved all the time, and I usually take on everybody. I bring people in, they come and stay with me, and I help them find houses, and I lend money. I do all kinds of stuff, and so I have in the past. I have to say, not anymore, but in the past I was constantly rescuing people and helping. So I was surprised about this, my reaction here. And I have a roommate, and I know that if I didn't have a roommate, I have an extra bedroom here, I would have those people living in my extra bedroom. So I'm just asking you, what are you going to do when somebody comes up to you and they're actually homeless? Or they knock on your door and say, "Can you please help me?" What are you going to do? Are you going to bring them in and see what you can do to help them? Or are you going to ignore them? You're going to shut the door? What are you going to do? So it's a good thing to think about, and because we hear about all these families that are coming in from Mexico, coming across the border, and there's thousands of them. And this is just one. This is the first time I've ever come across a homeless family. This was living out on this park under this gazebo. And, I worried about them the next couple of nights, about them being out there if they're cold. I didn't even know if they had blankets. And I was worried about the little ones being out there being cold. And so anyway, my friend did get a whole lot of responses off Nextdoor of places that can help. So she went back over there to tell them, and then they had moved on to some other place, so she didn't know where they were. But anyway, so the good thing is that now I do know. I mean, if that happened again, I do know there's lots of resources, and I can contact her and say, okay, give me a list of these places where these people can help some people like this. But anyway, the whole point is like, what are you going to do if you never had it happen to you? What are you going to do? I mean, I give money every time I come up to a corner, an intersection, and there's somebody standing there begging for money. I always hand them $5, and I talk to them, and I say, well, sometimes if it's a red light, I ask their name, and I just get connected with them. And I used to be with the Red Cross, where I would go out with fire on disaster relief things, and they'd have the fires, and the families just lost everything, and they would call it the Red Cross when the family doesn't have any friends or family to help them. They call us, and then we get them into a motel until they can get into the caseworker and see what they're going to do after that. So I did that for 4 years. Yeah, so I'm able to walk up to just somebody who's just standing on the street begging money and stuff and having a conversation with them. So it's not like I'm constantly like that, but I just was really surprised that I reacted that way to that family, because I didn't want to get involved at the level that I usually would do. So anyway, so it's something to think about, and I hope you're enjoying these videos, and if so, leave a comment below, and it'd be nice if you do a comment. I am getting a lot of comments emailed to me, but it'd be nice if you put them right here on the YouTube channel, so it'd be showing up there. And I appreciate them when you're all watching it, and I get some friends say, "Oh, I've been watching your videos and it's fun." So anyway, just little things to think about on each one of these videos, and I keep them short. So I'm hoping you're having a great day, and that we're going to have a fabulous. We'll have an interesting year coming up. It's probably going to be fabulous, but it may be a little interesting on how things turn out. But it's like a movie. Let's see what happens, and then hope that we know that everything's going to turn out really good at the other side of it, and so we're going to have a really good life coming up ahead. So we'll talk to you later.